Hey guys, welcome back to another Command & Conquer 3 Kane's Wrath video commentary. My name is Green Zero, and you're probably thinking, Green Zero, where the heck have you been the last few weeks? I've been very busy. Yes, I have been very busy doing a lot of things, but I thought, you know what, we'll jump in and we'll cast a game here for you today. Again, I'll do my best to try to bring as much video content as I can, but I do have a busy life, and of course I do spend a lot of time playing Kane's Wrath as well, so keep an eye out for some more Frontline. But we have a game here for you today. This game is not on the replay system as far as I'm aware. It has been sent to me. We have 2 players in this game. It is on tournament decision, and if we jump straight in now and jump across to the top right-hand side, playing as a red screen faction, it's going to be Masterleaf. That's right, it's Masterleaf here, fresh from his defeat from Dimitri, and apparently he lost to Jake Whitetrash in the latest tournament as well. So Masterleaf is fully trolling the community right now. Screen inventory there. I don't know how he lost. Obviously, it was a really messed up situation tournament, so that could be one of the reasons why, but I think it's hilarious. He's probably going to be mad that I said that, but Unleashed UA is on the left-hand side. You're thinking, oh, it's Unleashed and Masterleaf. These guys have a pretty intense history. I didn't get to see if he is Vanilla Scrin as well. I believe he is Vanilla Scrin. He doesn't have any legs on the assimilators. We have Buzzers versus Buzzers, which is always exciting. You can't even see them right now with the health bars on, just so we know what's going on. Unleashed has 4 Buzzer squads to the 3 of Masterleaf's. Masterleaf's just splitting out. Now that Buzzer Swarm, look at this. Unleashed has got all his together. I think he's looking for the assimilator, but it is not there. The assimilator is on the right-hand side. He's got 1 Buzzer Swarm here in between. This one Buzzer Swarm has to win, but Masterleaf does stop short, and he is going to be able to take that tower. But of course, instead of going for the spike, he decides to go for the tower. He is, of course, going to secure his alternate spike. Masterleaf, on the other hand, where is your... He doesn't actually have one. He only went for 1 assimilator. Okay, that's interesting. So just 1 assimilator for Masterleaf here. We can probably do away with these health bars. Maybe we'll bring those back later on when it comes to count. But it is going to be a screen mirror here. So you're all thinking, oh man, screen mirror. I hate screen mirrors. But screen mirrors have proved... Oh, there's actually another assimilator here, by the way, but it is stealth. But screen mirrors, they have brought us some pretty intense fights in the past, especially when it gets down to those heavy-hitting tripod wars and things like that. There's been some very huge, massive engagements, a lot of effects on the screen units there when they fight. But I'm not sure if Masterleaf... No, Masterleaf is going to lose that Buzzer Swarm there, so the simulator now is free to move around. Buzzer hives, no buzzers going off over there as well. Masterleaf again, he will actually secure this spike, so he does have an assimilator there. It may have been hiding from before, I just couldn't see it. Or maybe he just drafted another one. Not 100% sure. He's getting ready to move his drone ship a little bit further forward. Not really necessary in this situation because he doesn't have to worry about catalyst missiles, and you don't have to do that anyway if you space your refs out correctly. But he's going to redeploy. I mean, if you're not really doing anything with your drone ship, you might as well at least get it a little bit moved closer towards the expansion, because you know, in this situation where you are ecoing, there is a few precious seconds where it's just not doing anything. You can move it a little bit towards the expansion here. Battle markers raging again, but Unleashed will take out the enemy buzzers down here. But it's just Buzz v Buzz right now, and we have a Gunwalker coming in, so the Seeker tank should be able to dispose of that relatively easily. There's actually a second Seeker tank here as well, so Masterleaf just using this to have a look and see what Unleashed is up to. He's not going to find a moving drone ship. Did he spot that though? Did he spot the nerve center? Yes, Masterleaf has spotted the nerve center over there, so he knows that Unleashed UA is now up to tier 2. Masterleaf, on the other hand, already has his tier 2. He placed it over here so that Unleashed won't scout it, but Unleashed is actually going to scout it, so we can see over here as well. It was tricky. He came in over here and he's like, hey, where is it? Where is it? And then he goes over here. It's like, it's over here, so it's tricky. Oh, Stasis comes down. That's a very expensive, well, that's a very time-consuming support power, and that will cancel. That will cancel the Devourer tank production here for Masterleaf, and that's just going to slow him down quite a bit. This support power having a 7-minute, I believe it's 7-minute cooldown, as much as a super weapon as per Black Rush's comment there, but it is crucial in winning engagements, and to use it on delaying tech is also something that Masterleaf did popularize. Surprisingly enough, because he stasis the drone platform as well, he wasn't able to cancel the tech center, so he really should have just stasis the nerve center, and that would have cancelled it, and that would have delayed it by an immense amount of time. Meanwhile, Unleashed is going double gravity stabilizer Storm Rider here. Is Masterleaf aware that this was the tech that he invested into? No, he's got no idea. He's absolutely no idea what's happening over here. This tower, though, is actually shooting these Devourer tanks. He will get a kill. Maybe if he shoots at the mecha head, he'll get one more shot off, but no, he's not going to be able to destroy that. So Master Thief will lose a Devourer tank. Of course, only $500 to capture the tower to get a $1,600 unit. It has paid off there for Unleashed UA. A few Seeker tanks just coming around. Disintegrator squads will be looking to clean them up. Master Thief is looking to push on Unleashed space, and it's a very bits and pieces army here. But the Storm Riders are coming. He doesn't have disc mechas. They are shard mechas. They're shard mechas. Their history. He's trying to load this one up with disc mecha now, and he should probably chase. No, there's a second mecha there. I think he probably could have pressured there. Maybe got those two mecha Ps because these guys do cannon damage. And that will destroy them pretty quickly, but they don't want to face too many disc mechas. I'm surprised Master Thief is choosing mechapedes in this situation because it's not a map where mechapedes have a lot of room to maneuver. These guys just moving around. He can see this, well, the stasis chamber is there for Unleashed UA. It's going to be a very tech-driven fight, and that means that both sides need to hold on to all their tech and not lose it, because either side will be looking to snipe that. Because in a screen mirror, if one screen player is teched and the other is not, it's just disastrously hard to win that fight. Unlike other situations with GDI and Nod, where they still have unit compositions they can do at lower tiers, which will be effective against tier 3. Scrin is really hurting if they don't have tier 3 and they're against another Scrin who does have tier 3. Unless they have like a godlike huge army of Devourers. Devourer is really the only tech option when we don't have tier 3 that will be suitable. He will actually come in, he gets a mechapede. He is not force firing the head on that one, unfortunately, not able to focus fire, but luckily he will not really lose any Storm Riders. Oh my god, he actually got away with his Storm Riders there. Not to lose any. He did get a mecha head as well, forcing down the AA batteries. Master Thief is now stuck on just one base. Unleashed UA has expanded though. He has got an expansion down. This is good for him, and he's actually coming back. He's going to repair the Storm Riders, and look at that, all 8 of them still intact and getting full repairs. The damage was dispersed quite readily there. Even infusing buzzers with that Devourer tank, not sure if that was necessary or if that was intentional. Few of these Devourer tanks do not have charge, of course, extremely good against these mechapedes. Master Thief looking to snipe down this spike just to deny Unleash that extra bit of income. In the longer the game goes, the better it will be. Master Thief, though, trying to expand and realizing for some reason his drone ship just stopped momentarily. I think maybe he was trying to orient it around to not deploy on that ridge there because it cannot deploy there. A few Storm Riders will be destroyed, but the mechapedes now are coming around and they have found a gap. They are disc mechas and they will be able to destroy what is here, but a lightning spike comes up. I don't agree with this. He should have disengaged. Yeah, he's disengaging now, but he did lose a few Storm Riders there. Lucky not to lose a lot more though. There are a lot of disc mechas here which are not very effective against these Devourer tanks, so they should be able to, as long as they're firing at the head. And look at that, he will snare one on the way out as well. Discs not able to really do a lot of damage to the ground armor here. It's just not going to happen. Meanwhile, Buzzer's getting cleaned up. Storm Riders are still flying around. He's not rebuilding them, but I think he's going to recall them to repairs. He's got his tripods, he's got his shields, which is a big advantage that he has over Unleashed UA right now, who does not have a tech center. He is literally pure on Devourer tanks now. He's charging them up now, but he needs to make sure they're all charged and they're all together. You can beat tripods with charged dev tanks as long as you have a suitable position, and the numbers, of course, throwing them away like this is not a good idea. He's going to try to poke and get that one, and I think he will be successful. Yes, he will pop it. But there's a lot of dev tanks here. If we bring up the charge symbols, a lot of them, more than half have charge, and that he actually uses the stasis there, the stasis to lock out those guys. He is going to lose a tripod though. That diminishes his firepower by 50% until this other one gets here. And there is an assimilator here. He actually, he focuses down the husk. That was very well done. A lot of assimilators. He's actually expecting to lose these tripods and just reclaim them. Master Thief is pretty notorious at doing things like that. And now when this does unstasis, there's a lot of charge here, and if Unleash focuses, he's somewhat focusing. It's pretty intense right now. He's actually gonna crush through this army. Yeah, and look at that, actually reclaiming the husk there, doing what I thought he was gonna do. And these guys here, he needs to kill the assimilators, and he will be killing a few of them right now, and the husks are also being destroyed. EMP's coming down. I'm not sure what that was on about, but yeah, it looks like Unleashed is just throwing, or Master Thief, sorry, is throwing everything into this meat grinder here. Will he have enough? These tripods have been reclaimed several times already, but there's 6-7 dev tanks here. There's no charge left on them, but they just have the repairs of the war factory, just really hampering their efforts here right now. Very much hampering their efforts, and he will be forced to pull back. Master Thief, of course, has not invested in any economy on this expansion. He has no economy, whereas Unleashed UA has double ref, and he's got units here. I'm not sure what's going on there. He must have force-fired the ground or something along those lines. But he doesn't have, the thing is that Unleashed doesn't have tech, but he has economy and he has an army, whereas Master Thief has tech, but he doesn't have an economy and he has a somewhat haphazard army. He's got harvesters going left, right, and center. He's still trying to produce tripods, and he's got the extractor here now. He's got time on his side because Devastator warships, which are the artillery unit here for the Scrin faction, are not really coming anytime soon because he just doesn't have a tech center yet. He's going to need a tech center before he can start to produce those. And you can see putting down a few of those plasma missile batteries, aware that there may still be a few Storm Riders floating around somewhere, but I believe most of them may have been cleaned up. Actually, no, there's 4 of them floating around at the top of the map. He uses his stasis chamber again, and he's going to go for the drone ship. He's actually going to be able to... Clutch Assimilator from Marsleaf saves his drone ship. Clutch Assimilator, but will it matter? He needs to buy some time. He needs to shield out his MCV with a power plant. He will shield it out with a war factory. That may be good enough. There's a lot of dev tanks here. They have lost all their charge. There is an elite one there, though. He could probably just focus that down. Realizes, yes, hang on, I can just focus that down. Another building block comes down by Masterleaf. He will not quite get that warps. No, he will go back and get it. He does finish it off, but Masterleaf, most importantly, will save the drone ship after a clutch save here. He is really trying to hang on, especially losing a war factory, which he needed kind of to sustain this defensive area. That would have been very nice, having to build disintegrator squads because he is so desperate right now. Meanwhile, Unleashed UA still has not invested in his tech center. He's actually selling off one of his gravity stabilizers. He's gone a lot. This is a very long time for a Scrin player to go without any kind of tech, especially on a map like Tournament Decision, where artillery is preferable. And again, Marsleaf, just with these 3 tripods, puts down another warp sphere. He kind of needs a second refinery. He's actually going to lift off his drone ship, and look at this, these 4 Storm Riders just preventing any long-range mining from going on over here. They're actually moving back to their main area. I'm not sure if, Unleash obviously just has them on a guard stance, so if they're on guard, they won't patrol too far outside their range. Unleash realizes now that there is actually a harvester there, so he'll go back and he'll finish it off, but these 4 Storm Riders are just so annoying because they will prevent long-range mining from happening. Unleashed never actually lost that spike either from Masterleaf. And look at this, he's actually moving his entire army across, and why not? Because look, there's no Tiberium here. He's going to fall back, and Masterleaf's going to be feeling pretty good. Obviously, this is going to do 2 things. Masterleaf is going to be able to refine this Tiberium. He's going to be able to build a bigger army, but Unleashed UA has harvested everything, and he's falling back now. It's just a killer that he doesn't have any of his own technology right now. He's still stuck on these dev tanks, which again, if he has a good positioning, will be fine. He might actually be losing that spike as well. He's moving everything to the top, realizing, hang on a second, if I can refine, if Unleashed can refine this Tiberium, he'll just simply have more Tiberium. He'll have more money and a lot more of it than what Masterleaf will have, and he should be able to come in. And is he going to snipe this down? He will get the assimilator, which is just annoying. It is just annoying. These Storm Riders now just starting to shoot at these guys here, forcing plasma missile batteries to come down. Unleashed army is now moving around this area. Do we have a lot of charge on these guys? No, there's actually no charges at all on any of these dev tanks. None of them are charged up. This could be a problem, but Masterleaf's army is way out of position here. It's down in the south, and he needs to be in the north. He's going to lose all of his technology. Unleashed is just going to move in. He could even charge up on these crystals here as well, and he should be able to take down the technology assimilator here, and that will be a big blow. Yeah, Masterleaf realizes, hang on a second, I can't save this. He's just going to sell it and get as much money as he possibly can. He's going to lose his power grid as well, which is just going to put more hurt on him, considering that he is now moving around to the bottom here. But he put a ref down. There's actually no Tiberium left on that field. They're only scraps, and he's going to lose it. And he does clear out this field. Unleashed UA now charging up all of his Devourer tanks. This is what we like to see. He's charging them all up. He is going to lose some of his technology down here. The stasis chamber, which probably has quite a long cooldown left remaining, will probably be destroyed. The nerve center will go down, which will be a bit of a loss as well. He spent the time desperately trying to get more refineries up. I think this might be a second refinery, but after that, he really needs to get some production down. And he will call an ICLC just randomly on the ground because, you know, he's about to lose his technology center, or the nerve center here, which is going to cause problems. He does actually hold the EMP control center, and he doesn't have the other tower yet. A few disintegrator squads coming down here. They are going to find these tripods here, but a buzzer hive comes down. Is he going to target it? Yes, he is going to somewhat target it, but there's a corruptor coming as well. These disintegrators, slow disintegrators against such a teched up army, not going to be very useful here at the moment. Mechapedes are moving across here. Masterleaf now has to reposition his army from the north to the south. I'm not sure if he realizes that Unleashed has actually abandoned this area here. And where is his army? Oh, his army is over here, okay. He's got a lot of dev tanks now. Masterleaf must realize it. Yeah, he's repositioning his forces now. He's stuck in the bottom corner, extremely heavily dug in. It's very defensive, this bottom corner, once you have control of it, because there's only 2 ground entrances in here, which, you know, garrison walls, tight choke, like it's just a death trap. And you've got one on the other side as well, but at the same time, There's not as much Tiberium. These two fields which are here are very small, and of course they're both dry. Masterleaf has actually lost one of his spikes as well, so he does still hold two because he has one of Unleashed. Unleashed just holding a singular spike. Has grabbed the other tower. He's really good at this Unleash. He just seems to grab a lot of these neutral structures throughout most of his gameplay. Using some of the charge here on the infantry, which is not good. These tripods might not want to engage that just yet. Masterleaf does need a bigger army. He's actually producing shock troopers now because he doesn't have any technology. Now this is okay. This is fine because shock troopers, I mean, they don't have fast legs. They will have blink packs by the looks of it. Yeah, blink packs just finishing now. But if he builds enough of them, the dev tanks aren't very good against them, and they will be able to destroy the dev tanks. There are a few units here as well, and these Storm Riders, he's actually managed to rebuild more of these Storm Riders. Did he build more gravity stable? Oh, he's actually building a lot of gravity stabilizers, and these tripods are going to be history. He's actually going to be able to destroy these tripods here. He can't do too much about the shock troopers, which are shooting up at him now, and they will actually be able to diminish this over time. Meanwhile, he's falling back over this side as well. Masterleaf's trying to pressure over here. The Storm Riders, there's a lot of Storm Riders here, but they are not able to do enough against these shock troopers. Actually managed to kill one of the members of that squad there, but again, it's not going to be enough. One tripod left by itself. That's poor control there from Masterleaf. Maybe it was left behind in a control group, but he will get a nice, easy snipe. And again, look at these dev tanks. All these dev tanks firing at the shock trooper squad. It's just sitting there, just tanking it. It will finally be destroyed, but look at all the charge that took to get that down. Battle marker up here. There's shock troopers at the top. He's got Storm Riders moving in as well. This is a pretty awkward fight here, where I didn't actually see this type of unit composition coming out of these guys. He should be able to pop that last. Dev tank will go down. That Corruptor will fall as well. Units are kind of super important. Unleashed, he cleaned that whole field up already. Jesus Christ, that is insane. That field was like full like a minute ago. He cleaned it up so fast. Shock troopers now just teleporting away, trying to stay away from that. Battle markers over here. Harvesters going down. Masterleaf pushing up with this ragtag force of Corruptors, shock troopers, and there's even a tripod there as well. Unleash has his own shock trooper squads here. He has fully upgraded. He's upgraded his own shock trooper squads, and he's got this tier 1, tier 2, tier 1.5 Scrin army, which is going to come through and destroy Masterleaf's, well, not really Masterleaf's army, but Masterleaf's kind of insurgency force over here is destroyed. But this unit composition, Unleash is just like, hey, it's just, does he even know that he has tier 3 available? Because he's actually doing this without tier 3, and Masterleaf's having a lot of trouble. Masterleaf doesn't have the money to invest back down the tech tree. He's actually trying to move his drone ship over here. Where is his drone ship? Oh no, his drone ship's over here, realizing that he can't actually go over here now. Unfortunately, he's got a few shock troopers there, but money is now important. Unleashed has a much larger army, and there is no Tiberium left on the map at all. It's just the spikes. There's a bit of crystal over here, which would be nice if either side could secure that. But I just think Masterleaf just does not have an army capable of defeating Unleashed army. Even if he had great positioning, he still wouldn't be able to destroy what Unleashed has. He still has 8 Storm Riders. He's got a lot of Shock Troopers. He's got a lot of Devourer tanks that have been rolling around for a long time. He's even claimed this tripod. There was an elite one of these guys. Yeah, the elite one is still there. He's been elite for quite some time, so I wouldn't be surprised if we do see a heroic Devastator Devourer. He's actually got $7,500. He has the EMP control center now fully charged. He has his stasis shield as well. He's in fine position where Masterleaf doesn't have money for any of this kind of stuff, and it's all called down so you can use it. But if he doesn't have the money, and he's actually splitting his army in half here. Actually, no, that's just a group of disintegrators. And we got Storm Riders moving up over here. He is moving down here with a lot of units. I'm not sure where the dev tanks are. He's actually going to be able to destroy the Corruptors, but not before they absolutely devastate all the disintegrators. And the Storm Riders will evac now, having done their job. But no actual defense over here for Masterleaf, and he's selling up now. He's like, hang on a second, I can't defend against these Shock Trooper squads that are coming in. Normally Traveller 59, the one that builds these, but not this time round. He's actually going to move through with these buzzers. That will do a lot of damage, but he will be able to dispatch them. Meanwhile, forces moving up here. Oh, look at that. Explorer actually getting taken out. That's a nice win there. Unleashed trying to go for that extra spot. This tower really should be orienting it on the tripod there. Not going to do a lot of damage over there. A lot of gunwalkers. Where is this dev tank army? The dev tank army is now moving to the north, realizing it's out of position. It needs to stall for time to get back into position. Masterleaf, though, is actually running out of structures. He does have something. He's got a drone platform over here. EMP shockwave comes down. Oh, that was kind of wasted though, wasn't it? I mean, he's going to be able to clear out the infantry. Oh, I guess it's going to be good enough. Yes, it's definitely going to be good enough. I would have thought he would have waited for his whole forces to be in the area. But now the dev tanks are coming in. This is going to be the end of the Masterleaf. The Masterleaf. But he is going to go down. Unleashed you. That was actually a really good fight. Both players actually really good control, really good gameplay there. But I just don't think Masterleaf expected this Tier 1, Tier 2 Unleashed to just continue for the entirety of the game. It's almost a 20-minute game, and Unleashed had no Tier 3 in a screen mirror. And I wouldn't say he made it look easy, because there was a lot of situations where he had to just retreat and leave, and Master Leaf just took over areas. But at the end of the day, he was able to just harvest more Tiberium, 166,000 or 125,000, so $40,000 more in that fight, and that's what made the difference here. $40,000 more just meant at the end, when we saw the game end, Unleashed still had a dozen dev tanks, he still had a bunch of Storm Riders, a bunch of Shock Troopers, all that extra 40k worth of stuff was still alive. That made the difference there. The tech that Master Leaf had couldn't quite bridge it. He could never quite mass enough of his Tier 3 army. He almost got to the point where he had about 4 or 5 tripods with some scattered units, but then he had to split up and he had to run around because Unleashed was giving him the runaround. But that was a very good fight. I definitely enjoyed that game for a screen mirror. That was actually really, really, really good. But stay tuned to my channel. I'll do my best to bring you videos as often as I possibly can. I'm Green Zero, and I'll catch you all in the next video.